What if I told you that one of the biggest misconceptions men over 50 have is that declining energy, reduced strength, and changes in performance are simply unavoidable, and that the only real solution is medical treatment? Because here's the truth most people never hear. Your body is not a machine that just wears down without influence. It is a responsive system. And what it responds to most is how you use it. Now think about that for a moment. Every day, your body is receiving signals, some strong, some weak, some encouraging growth, others encouraging decline. And over time, those signals shape how your body behaves. Now, when men reach 50 and beyond, something subtle happens. Movement tends to decrease. Strength challenges become less frequent. Physical demands in daily life are lower than before. And because of that, the body adjusts. Not by breaking down suddenly, but by gradually reducing its output to match demand. Now, this is where testosterone enters the picture, and I want to be very clear from the beginning. Testosterone is not just a number on a lab report. It is part of a larger system that responds to lifestyle, activity, recovery, and overall physical engagement. Now, I'm Dr. Jake Nolan, and in this video, I want to walk you through something simple, practical, and grounded in real physiology. We are going to talk about how to naturally support testosterone at 50 and beyond using 4 essential exercises, not through shortcuts, not through extreme programs, and not through unrealistic expectations, but through movement patterns that send the right signal to your body, because your body does not need punishment, it needs stimulation. Now, before we get into the exercises, we need to understand something important. Your body operates on adaptation. If you stop using strength, your body adapts by reducing it. If you stop challenging movement, your body adapts by limiting it. And if you reduce physical demand over time, your internal systems, including hormone regulation, adjust accordingly. Not because something is broken, but because efficiency is the body's priority. Now here's the key idea. Your body is always trying to match output with demand. So the question becomes, what kind of demand are you placing on it? Now let's talk about what happens when that demand becomes too low. Muscle activation decreases, energy systems become less efficient, recovery slows down, and over time, your body begins to feel less responsive. Now, many people interpret this as aging itself, but in reality, it is often a reduction in physical signaling. Now, here's where things become interesting. When you reintroduce targeted physical activity, even at moderate levels, you begin to shift that signal again. You tell your body, we still need strength, we still need stability, we still need function. And when your body receives that message consistently, it responds. Now let's build the foundation for the 4 exercises, because I want you to understand the principle behind them first. We are not focusing on bodybuilding. We are not focusing on exhaustion. We are focusing on activation. Now, activation means waking up systems that may have become less engaged over time. And the key systems we are targeting include large muscle groups, stability muscles, movement coordination, and overall functional strength. Now, these systems are deeply connected to how your body maintains hormonal balance, not directly controlling testosterone in isolation, but supporting the environment in which your body regulates it naturally. Now let's begin with the first essential exercise category, and I want you to pay attention not just to the movement, but to the idea behind it. The first is compound lower body movement. Now this simply means using your legs in a coordinated, controlled way that engages multiple muscles at once. Think about movements like sitting down and standing up slowly, or controlled step-ups. Now this may sound simple, but simplicity is exactly why it works, because your lower body contains some of the largest muscle groups in your entire body, and when these muscles are activated, they send strong signals to your system, signals that say strength is still required, movement is still necessary, function is still active. Now here's why this matters. When large muscles are engaged, your body increases its metabolic activity. And when metabolic activity increases, your body becomes more efficient at regulating energy systems. Now, I want to pause here for a moment, because this is where most people misunderstand exercise. They think effectiveness is based on intensity, but after 50, effectiveness is more about consistency and engagement, not exhaustion. Now let's move to the second exercise category, upper body pushing and pulling movements. Now, over time, many men naturally reduce how much they use their upper body in daily life. Less lifting, less carrying, less physical resistance. And because of that, the upper body becomes less frequently activated. Now, when you reintroduce controlled pushing and pulling movements, you begin to restore that activation pattern, not through heavy resistance, but through controlled effort. Because controlled effort is what the body can sustain long term, and sustainability is what creates adaptation. Now again, we are not trying to overwhelm the system. We are trying to reactivate it. Now let's pause here, because what we are really discussing is not just exercise, it is communication with your body. Every movement is a message, and your body is constantly listening. I'm going to walk you through the remaining 2 essential exercises and show you how all 4 combine into a simple, realistic approach that supports strength, energy, and natural hormonal balance after 50. Now, let's continue and complete the picture in a way that actually makes this usable in real life, not just theoretical. Because understanding exercise is one thing, but knowing how to apply it consistently without burning out or overthinking it is what actually creates long-term change. So far, we've talked about 2 essential exercise categories: compound lower body movement and upper body pushing and pulling. And you now understand the key principle behind both of them: activation. Not exhaustion, not intensity for its own sake, but targeted activation that tells your body it still needs strength, coordination, and physical capacity. Now let's move into the third essential exercise, and this is one that is often ignored because it doesn't look impressive on the surface. But internally, it is extremely important, and that is core stability training. Now, when most people hear core, they think of crunches, sit-ups, or aggressive abdominal workouts. But that's not what we're focusing on here. We are focusing on control. Your core is the central stabilizing system of your entire body. It connects your upper body and lower body, and it plays a role in almost every movement you perform throughout the day. Even simple actions like standing, walking, or turning. Now here's the important part. When core stability decreases, everything else becomes less efficient. Your movements require more effort. Your balance becomes less reliable. Your posture begins to shift subtly over time. And your body has to work harder just to perform basic tasks. Now, when your body is constantly working harder for simple movements, it becomes less efficient overall. And when efficiency drops, energy regulation becomes less stable. Now, this matters because your body is always trying to manage energy in the most efficient way possible. So when movement becomes inefficient, the system gradually adapts, not by shutting down, but by reducing output. Now, here's the key idea. When you improve core stability, even through simple, controlled movements, you improve the efficiency of your entire body. And when efficiency improves, your body responds more positively to physical activity in general. Now let's move to the fourth and final essential exercise category, and this one is arguably the most important for long-term consistency, and that is low-impact consistent movement. Now this is where many people underestimate the power of simplicity, because this doesn't look like a workout. It looks like walking, light movement throughout the day, staying physically active without structured intensity. Now here's why this matters so much. Your body responds more strongly to consistency than intensity. A single intense workout followed by long periods of inactivity sends a very inconsistent signal, but regular, moderate movement sends a stable message. And stability is what the body responds to best over time. Now, when you walk regularly or stay lightly active throughout the day, something important happens. Your circulation improves, your energy systems stay engaged, and your body maintains a baseline level of readiness. Now, this baseline matters more than people realize, because it prevents the body from shifting too far into inactivity mode. Now let's bring everything together. You now have 4 essential exercise types: lower body compound movement, upper body pushing and pulling, core stability training, and consistent low-impact movement. Now, when these four are combined, something powerful happens. You create a complete movement system, not extreme, not complicated, but balanced. Now let's talk about what this actually means for your body. When you consistently engage all four categories, your body receives a very clear message. We are still active. We are still functional. We are still required to perform. And when that message is repeated consistently, your body adapts accordingly. Now, I want to be very realistic with you. This is not a quick fix. You are not going to see dramatic changes overnight. But over time, many men begin to notice something subtle but important. Their energy feels more stable, their movement feels more natural, their strength feels more reliable, and their body feels more responsive again. Now, these are not random changes. These are adaptations to consistent physical signaling. Now, let's bring this back to testosterone specifically, because this is the topic of the video. Testosterone is influenced by many factors: sleep, nutrition, stress, and physical activity. But one of the most consistent influences is muscle engagement and movement demand. When your body is regularly challenged in a controlled way, it maintains a more active internal environment. And when your internal environment is more active, hormonal balance tends to be more stable, not artificially increased, but naturally supported. Now, this is the key difference. We are not trying to override your body. We are trying to support it. Now let's make this practical. If you wanted to apply this in a simple way, you would not need a gym membership or complicated routine. You would simply focus on moving your lower body daily in controlled ways, engaging your upper body a few times throughout the week, including simple core stability work regularly, and staying consistently active through walking or light movement. Now, the key is not perfection, it is repetition, because your body does not respond to what you do once in a while. It responds to what you do consistently. Now, let me leave you with this final idea. Your body is not declining randomly. It is adapting to your current lifestyle, and if you change the signals you send it, even gradually, it will begin to adapt in the opposite direction. Not backward in time, but forward into better function. I'm Dr. Jake Nolan, and I'll see you in the next video.